Bakersfield city officials coming to the defense of red light cameras. Just days after the Los Angeles City Council voted to end their city's 11-year program, local officials say there's a new report proving the cameras are keeping residents safe. Today, reporter Anthony Bailey sifted through the numbers. Anthony, what did they tell you?
Well, Kurt, LA officials say the program was costly and the fines were unenforceable. Officials in Bakersfield seem to think things here are a little different.
The green nodes represent that we have communications with the signal, and the signals are running fine.
Keeping drivers safe, that's what Ryan Starbuck and other engineers with Bakersfield Traffic Department strive for. In 2003, one controversial tool added to that fight was red light cameras. The hope was that the speedy drivers would slow down, preventing dangerous crashes.
Well, the broadside accidents were the ones we wanted to prevent because those are the most severe, cause the most injuries.
Broadside accidents are generally more serious because the vehicle that runs the red light or vice versa, they're impacting the sides of the vehicle, which is closest to either the driver or the passenger.
Well, red light cameras like this one here on the corner of Chester and Brundage were meant to keep cars from running the red lights, but for years there was no way to enforce it until several years ago when the courts stepped in. In 2008, judges in state court decided to let cities send their unpaid fines to the California Franchise Tax Board. This would allow the fines to be taken out from offenders' tax returns. Los Angeles Superior Court officials decided it wouldn't enforce the citations, and last Wednesday, the City Council voted unanimously to shut down its 11-year-old red light ticketing system. Bakersfield officials say their program is working and released a new report to back up their claims.
The cameras have been in place now from about 5 to 8 years. So it gave us enough data to go back and look and see how they performed.
The study looked at all 8 of the intersections in town that have red light cameras. We looked at 2. First up, Weibel and White Lane, which has 2 sets of cameras. Before the cameras, broadside crashes averaged about 15.8 a year. After the cameras were installed, that fell to 6.4. Rear-end crashes totaled over 21. Those numbers are now down to 9. Next up was Coffee and Truxton. Broadside crashes there averaged 10.4 a year, and after the installation, that number fell to 6.9. Rear-end crashes, however, did see a rise from 10.3 a year up to 14.1.
Rear-end accidents at these intersections aren't as serious generally because people, they see somebody stopping ahead of them, and speed is not that much of a factor. And vehicles are designed to take impact from the front and the rear rather than from the side.
Now, from 2004 to 2010, the city of LA issued about 183,000 tickets valued at more than $80 million, but it's really still unclear how much of that money actually landed back in their accounts. Of course, we asked Bakersfield officials the same question, and they are currently checking on it for us. Lisa?